Yes, I'm no longer talking about Noah. I'm talking about something else which is a big issue. The love triangle from Action to World Tour. So I'm doing a what if. What if the love triangle never happened? So yes, Trent won't have a really bad plot line, which means he won't have 23% the 9 thing, the 9 thing, pretty much. And why is there two others? I didn't notice before because I made this like a long time ago, and I have not used a proper what if with these chars, even though some of my favorite what if YouTubers do this. So in place, once the cache stays the same pretty much, and there's gonna be a little bit of difference in Egg Street, Alien Resurrection. Jeff and Bridget still get eliminated, but Trent and Gwen don't get immunity. Trent and Duncan get immunity. So the two teams are formed. The Killer Grips, which will be head by Duncan. And the Screaming Gaffers, head by Trent. Gwen would be Trent's first pick. I think Duncan's first pick would maybe be Harold, just so we can bully him. I think then Trent's next pick is going to be LaShawna, no doubt. I think Duncan's next pick is going to be a tricky one, but I think he might choose Owen because they had the alliance, and I feel like it makes more sense. I think Trent picks DJ because he's a very strong competitor and would be a good shot. Duncan would choose Izzy because of Owen, so it makes sense. Trent, because Shauna will ask Trent to pick Heather so they can watch her. I think Duncan would pick maybe Beth for also her intellect, so it makes more sense. I think Alza too. I think Trent just picks Justin because Lindsay is just a bit more boring. And I'm just gonna pretty much say Duncan and I think Heather, no, Trent, no. I think it'll be Justin and Duncan. I think because I don't think Chef would go for DJ. I think he'll talk to Justin and help him win. And I'm gonna guess the Screaming Gaffers get through, and I think like they just go for Izzy. I feel like same thing in time, calling a rescope and stuff. I think it still happens. So yeah. Bleach Blanket Bogus pretty much stays the same instead of Trent and Gwen being on different teams. So yeah, nothing happens. It's not animation. 310 to Crazy Town. I'm actually not sure who would be eliminated in this episode, but I'm just gonna say still the Killer Grips lose, not because of Duncan, maybe because it was either it was Owen's fault, so Owen gets eliminated. Yes, I'm eliminating Owen so early, but I have an idea which could work. The Aftermath would mostly say the same, and of course Jeff and Bridget are hosting it, and Izzy and Owen are the contestants in there. So yeah, Courtney still is talking with a PDA. She is still gonna return in this timeline. So, but I've got a plan, and it doesn't regard with Owen in it. So I think the Chef Shank Redemption should just stay the same, and Izzy comes back, of course, and joins the Killer Grips. And we're not gonna have the stupid plot line where Owen returns, so I gotta switch it out with someone else. So yes, it's not gonna be Noah. Noah is not gonna get any moment in this video, except for now, which I'm just mentioning it. And why is Sierra here? Get that down there. Okay. In the Chef Shank Redemption, I feel like the Screen Gaffers lose for the first time, and I feel like they just target Heather. No doubt. No doubt. Bye, Heather. Nice knowing ya. And then One Flew Over the Cuckoo stay the same, but Trent and Gwen are here instead of Heather and Owen. So no one, LaShawna still wins and does the thing, because that didn't do anything wrong with the thing. Then we have the Sandwich Project. DJ still quits, but but only why it's because Justin was encouraging him to help in the challenges, but I feel like he still quits either way by different reasons because he wants to stay with his mum. That's why I think. Then we have Massive Disasters, which can most likely stay the same, but Trent and Gwen are still here, and Heather isn't, and the Shauna wouldn't. Well, Owen would be here, so it would not make sense who gets injured. I guess Trent would again, but he's only been injured, so I'm just gonna say Harold gets injured. He no one eats the thing, so Harold has to eat it. So yeah, I think full male drama can still just stay the same, and Izzy gets eliminated, of course, still in this episode. So yeah, Aftermath 2 time. So I don't think there'll really be any change besides Gwen and Trent still being in the game, and about this point, Courtney announces that she will be coming back in the challenge. So yeah, yeah, that still happens. Courtney still returns. So yeah, and because Beth's now on with Duncan and Harold, it'll be easier. But the people that were getting like taken, I think it will be Trent and well, it'll be LaShawna, of course. And I'm gonna guess Beth gets kidnapped, so they're out the challenge. And then they see Courtney, and the first people that would make it would maybe be the Killer Grips. So the Screen Gaffers get Courtney, which is I'm joking. The Killer Grips still get Courtney, and she wouldn't have the problem of it. So I'm gonna say the Killer Grips make it through, and the Screaming Gaffers lose. And I feel like Justin has a plan and manipulates the vote using Harold's intellect to switch the vote to get Gwen eliminated. Yes, I'm eliminating Gwen early. Still, yeah, I'm eliminating Gwen now, so it can mean the same thing as like Courtney eliminating Owen. But he ain't here, so I gotta make a different decision. 1,000,000 bucks BC can say the same, but it would be more like Duncan versus Justin, Courtney versus Trent, Harold versus LaShawna, and Lindsay and Beth have to. And I feel like Harold would have to go on the other team now at this point, and no one would get eliminated, of course. In $1,000,000 Babies, I'm gonna say the Screen Gaffers lose again, and I'm gonna say Trent gets eliminated in this timeline. So yeah, Trent gets eliminated just after Gwen. Merge. Duncan, Courtney, Lindsay, Beth, Justin, Shauna, and Harold. So yeah, 3 guys, 4 girls. And I feel like the return would happen here, and instead of it's not gonna be either. It's not gonna be Noah. It's not gonna be Izzy because she only returns. It's not gonna be Owen, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be Ezekiel who will be returning because I feel like he needs a second chance, a proper second chance. So Chris invites him to be in the merge. He accepts, and he's now here. Courtney says, "What the hell? We got eliminated first." Chris says, "I don't know. I want to stir up drama." Ezekiel is now the pet thing, and Chris still doesn't know that Justin is in alignment with Chef. So yeah. For Dara and for Merger, I'm gonna guess the same thing still happens, but the problem is Heather. No, not Heather. Pretty much everything just stays the same, but Ezekiel's here. Pretty much, that's the only difference. Ezekiel's here in the 16 intro. So yeah, nothing happens. It all stays the same. In Superheroed, all the superhero names will stay different, but I think Ezekiel would be some kind of like bug hero because he kills bugs. Maybe like Killer Moth or something, but that's a DC name, so I guess this still goes Killer Moth if Lindsay can go Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman comes first, Killer Moth comes second, and I'm gonna say Courtney comes third. But Courtney wins overall and gets immunity, and I feel like Beth gets eliminated because I feel like she would be the target. Which means, yes, Beth will not win, nor will Duncan. I'm changing my mind. Aftermath 3. So the only difference is Gwen and Trent are eliminated at this point, and so is Beth. So Beth says how she had fun. She had fun with Lindsay, Harold, and even Duncan. But she said she got eliminated just because of Justin and Ezekiel. Trent says that it was kind of a bummer that I got eliminated and didn't have a proper chance without Gwen. Gwen says, how funny. Chen says, babe, I'm serious. I'm not being rude or anything, but you nearly won a season, and it made me be the target since I'm your boyfriend. But I'm not being like cocky or anything. But I wanted to survive longer, just because I feel like they would target you and they'll give me sympathy. But I feel like I would be most likely eliminated. So yeah, it's fine. Gwen says how it's fine being eliminated because she doesn't really care about the money. But then, Cody pipes up and saying, "Hey, Gwen, it's fine. You did well. Everyone else agrees, even Heather, shockingly. So yeah, pretty much nothing else really happens, and yeah. The Princess Pride will go a little bit different because LaShawna's still here. She could be a possible candidate, but Courtney still becomes the princess. And I feel like LaShawna, Lindsay, and Ezekiel get out early, so our knights in shining armor are Duncan, Justin, and Harold. So Justin gets to the top, he gets pushed off, he gets eliminated, and his alliance is ratted out by Justin himself. Chris auto eliminates him, but not just because he was injured, just because he did the bad alliance with Chef. So yeah. Yeah. And get a clue. This would be not really. There would just still be a non-elimination, but LaShawna and Ezekiel's still here pretty much, and Beth isn't pretty much. So Ezekiel was still. So no one's being introduced in this episode. It's just gonna stay the same. And I feel like just because Ezekiel's here doesn't mean he'll get immunity and still like do it. Either way, Lindsay gets eliminated. Ezekiel feels bad that she's eliminated, and Lindsay says, "You got this." Ezekiel's happy. He doesn't matter. And Crouching Courtney hitting Ezekiel is now going to be called. So Ezekiel goes out, and the teams are now Duncan and Courtney, Harold and LaShawna. Well, Ezekiel is easily sabotaging both teams and sabotages Harold, and I think he'll sabotage Courtney and Duncan more, and that Harold and LaShawna win the reward. So yeah, that's good. That still happens. And then we have 2008, A Space Harold. I feel like Harold would meet Courtney would come last, Duncan third. I think LaShawna would be second, Harold would come first, and Ezekiel would be dead last. Which does mean he could be eliminated at this point. But I feel like Courtney Ezekiel's the swing vote, pretty much. And he just decided to just kick out Harold. I think Duncan gets eliminated because Harold, LaShawna, and Ezekiel voted for him. So, yeah, Duncan is not winning. And, yeah. In Top Dog, I can pretty much say everything just stays the same. But instead of Duncan, we have Harold. So I think Courtney still gets the shark. I think Ezekiel gets the bear. I think LaShawna maybe gets the raccoon, and Harold gets whatever Duncan got. I can't remember. So yeah, yeah. So I think basically no one knows about Ezekiel. Ezekiel is still helping Chris. So I think it'll just be a single elimination. Courtney uses her power to get LaShawna out. So yes, I'm letting her come back win. Yes, I am. It's not me. So in Beauty on the Slam says there are now 3 people on it, and Ezekiel says, "Well, I've had fun, but to tell the truth, I'm actually just helping Chris. I don't really want to win the money. I just helped out because I wanted to sabotage Courtney. Harold, I want you to win the money." And yeah, you deserve it more than Courtney. Courtney is so angry when she hears this, and immediately gets him eliminated by pushing him off the ship, and he gets auto eliminated and auto evacuated because he lands in the water and the shark bites him. So yeah, he's auto eliminated. So the final 2 are Harold and Courtney. So yeah, let's bring up all of them. So yeah, the voters are Jeff, Bridget, Izzy, Heather, DJ, Owen. Duncan, LaShawna, and then Ezekiel. So it's kind of obvious who would win between literally it's obvious who's winning. Duh. Guess who's winning? It's Harold. Harold obviously wins. It's obvious that he wins the money. Courtney was the villain because yeah. So Jeff, Bridget don't get a vote, of course. But okay, wait, I gotta do some proper order. Izzy, pretty much. Owen, Heather, Izzy, Gwen, Trent, Beth, Justin. No wait, DJ's in the middle here. Lindsay, Duncan, LaShawna, Ezekiel, then Courtney. So there will be an alter ending for Courtney, but she'll just rig the votes to that thing because it's impossible for her to win either way. And then we have World Tour. I'm just gonna show you the World Tour cast. For this case, Trent does not go with Jeff. So the people that would make it into World Tour: Bridget, Owen, DJ, Izzy, Gwen, Trent, Beth, Justin, Courtney, Harold, Lindsay, Duncan, LaShawna, Ezekiel, Tyler, and Noah. And Heather, come down here. I'll get your season 3 version. Yeah, up here. And Cody, of course. And also Sierra, of course. Where are you, Sierra? And for this case, I think Blaney would help, which means Blaney also joins in. So that's 20 contestants. And that does mean 4 contestants are eliminated, pretty much. Jeff, Eva, Katie, and Zadie are not going to be in World Tour. So, yeah, actually, wait, Beth isn't in this. And yeah, Justin isn't as well, so it makes no sense. Where's Alejandro? Hey, Alejandro. Blaney, you're out. I'll put you back in the merge, but this is our 18 player cast, and if you want to see the team, and I'm now gonna go over World Tour now, which is gonna take a while. So I'm just gonna do it in episode 1 because I was not leisurely do this, but yeah, Duncan still quits. Either way, oh yeah, we gotta do the teams. Victory. I think Ezekiel, LaShawna, Harold, DJ, not Izzy, Bridget, and I'm gonna say, where is it? Wait, am I missing one? Wait a minute. Who else was it? Oh yeah, Lindsay. And then we have Chris. Team Chris is really, really hot. It would have Noah, Tyler, Owen, Izzy, Alejandro, and I guess Sierra as well. And then we have Team Amazon. There will be no team swaps in this case because I don't think anyone on Team Amazon wants to switch with Sierra, so she's stuck on Team Chris for now. And I guess she would join up with Izzy and Owen and Noah. So yeah, episode 2, I think Ezekiel would not be on the stick, but they would still lose either way. And I don't think Ezekiel would be booted. And I'm going to say maybe DJ just leaves again. DJ just gets out early in this timeline. So yeah, episode 3, I think it most likely just stays the same, but Trent's on Amazon instead of Sierra. And I feel like Harold's still going. He still quits. Yeah, there's 3 guy kills in the minute, pretty much. Episode 4. I'm gonna say Bridget still goes because of Alejandro, but the love triangle does not happen. So yeah, I'm still doing the fact that Duncan gets eliminated and he still returns. So yeah, episode 5 just stays the same as usual. So let's bring the Aftermath back up here. Where are you, Aftermath? So, hello, Jeff, and Beth, and Justin, and Eva, Katie, Sadie, and Blanley. And then we have Peanut Gallery, of course. I gotta put in the Peanut Gallery. Okay. Blanley is with Jeff, Sadie, Katie, Eva, Justin, Beth. Bridget, Harold, DJ, and Duncan, of course, are going to be up here. So yeah, Duncan does not have the thing when he's not actually there. So yeah, that happens. So yeah, I feel like basically everything just stays the same, but DJ is here instead of Ezekiel. So yeah, he isn't missing, but he just stays either way. And he doesn't have the curse thing that nobody likes. So yeah, let's go to episode 7. But why is Cody supposed to be on Team Amazon? Okay, I think same thing happens. LaShawna gets eliminated because Ezekiel and Lindsay are friends. Sorry, LaShawna, you get early boot again. Sorry. And then episode 9, it was DJ's fault that they lose, so they would actually pass. And I'm gonna say Team Chris loses, and the obvious pick is Sierra. So I'm sorry, Sierra, you won't be annoying Cody from now on. So you're no longer helpful. Trent is now switched with Noah onto the no, not Alan, Tyler. Tyler's switched onto Team Victory. No one else gets switched, but Trent switches with Tyler, but Trent goes on Team Chris. Tyler goes on Team Victory. And we have the particular episode called Episode 11. And the problem is Izzy still gets injured, but someone else still gets eliminated, and that's on Team Amazon. So, not Amazon, Victory. And if it's anyone, it would be Ezekiel. But Ezekiel would just tell Lindsay that Tyler is someone else, so Tyler gets eliminated. Yes, I'm helping Ezekiel out a lot, aren't I? Episode 13. Just because this is different now. So yeah, let's bring the Aftermath back up here. Welcome back, LaShawna, Tyler, Izzy, and Sierra. Brainzilla, sorry. So yeah, let's put these guys back in the. Let's put these guys into the Peanut Gallery. Sierra, Izzy, Tyler, and LaShawna. Welcome to the Aftermath. You 4 are here because you got eliminated. Too bad for you, because Donkey comes back and joins Team Victory. So yeah, I think no one gets eliminated. Seems like because Team Victory loses and they would just vote off Duncan either way, but that means that's the non-elimination episode. Then we have episode 14. I think, yeah, Team Chris is gonna lose. And I'm gonna say I think maybe Trent would be going, which means Noah does actually reach the merge in his timeline. So yeah. Episode 15. Episode 15, I feel like it mostly stays the same, but Tyler isn't here, so he would get injured. I feel like Lindsay's had a good run. I'm sorry, Lindsay. But you've had a good run. I'm sorry. And just saying, episode 16 stays different because Cody would actually vote for Courtney. But the problem is, Sierra isn't here. There's not 5 people on the team, so Heather and Courtney vote for Gwen. Same thing happens, Gwen gets eliminated, so that's a problem. So yeah, so now, the final episode, which is episode 17, will now have to be an elimination episode, since there's one extra person here. And if I say anyone, and to be egregious, yeah, Duncan, you're gone. You can't be in every single merge. I'm sorry, but I'm giving Ezekiel a chance. So, wait. There's only 2 girls. Oh, I can see what could work. Welcome back, Blanley. Welcome to the merge. Courtney, and I'm going to say Ezekiel. Heather, and Cody. Actually, no. Wait. Blaney and Owen. Heather and Alejandro. And Noah and Cody. Just because it'll annoy... No, where are you? Why are you here? Get back down there, you creature. Okay, let's bring the host back up. So Chris only did this because it would be so funny if it was. And actually, I should actually bring up Aftermath 3. So yeah, give me a sec as I put the host up here because I forgot they actually existed. Sorry, Chef. Sorry, Chris. Get up here. So yeah, I'll just put it down here. So welcome, Lindsay. Actually, I put Tyler and Co down here. Lindsay, Trent, Gwen, and Duncan, welcome to the Aftermath. Duncan's unhappy that he got eliminated just before the merge, but he says like, yeah, I don't care. Corny's up there, but I feel like she would be absolutely targeted since she nearly won this season. So yeah, Harold says, dude, I beat her. I still got my money. If you wanted some money, you could have asked. How much? 10,000. Sure. Yeah, Gwen and Tran are just annoyed that they got basically opposite eliminated in timeline. So yeah, they're not gonna break up. It's just they're just confused why they were eliminated back to back. So yeah. Episode 19. Episode 19, I would definitely say that. I can say Noah and Cody get through. Noah and Cody make it through just because, yeah, like, these three are just not gonna work. So I'm just gonna say Noko makes it through. They don't get. What did I say, Noko? It's my least favorite cover. Why am I saying it's Noko? Why am I saying it's Noko? Okay, shut up. Okay. So, I feel like between anyone, Owen still gets eliminated, which means Noah has to scramble for allies of Cody, Ezekiel, and even Blaney would have to help. So yeah. Episode 20. Ezekiel isn't going feral. Yeah, I hated Ezekiel going feral, so he's not gonna go feral. So yeah, obviously Courtney still gets eliminated because she got eliminated, in the, thingy, but I feel like that'll just be it. Sorry, Courtney, you're the only one getting eliminated in episode 20. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, okay. Oh, what am I doing? 1, 2. Okay, episode 21. If I say really anyone, it's not really biased, but Cody gets eliminated because he would most likely just be knocked out because Sierra only helped him, which means Cody's screwed in this case. And I guess Alejandro still gets immunity. I guess he would target Noah, but like Cody gets the most votes because Noah, Ezekiel, Heather, and Blaney voted for Cody. So yeah, no immunity idol, and episode 22 becomes an elimination episode. And I feel like it's no real bias. Ezekiel out. No, Noah, sorry. I can't make you win every single thing, and I feel like your time's up. No, I can't put you with Ezekiel. I can't put you back to back with Cody. Ezekiel, you're gone. Nah, I would like to keep you more. I feel like I should do a proper what if with you and Courtney gets eliminated, but I hated Courtney getting eliminated so early. But like that's too bad. It's my opinion. Then we have episode 23. So the thing is, Alejandro and Noah are always safe. So Heather and Blaney are safe. In the running. So if I say anyone, I think Noah and Alejandro have to ally just to get Heather out. So yeah, sorry Heather, you get screwed over. Okay. Team Alejandro. Team Noah. And Team Blaney. So, let me bring the Aftermath cast up here. let's pick up the contestants: Owen, Courtney, Cody, Ezekiel, Heather. So yeah, this is a tricky one since Noah's here, and he's pretty much the fan favorite one. So Jeff, I think Jeff, Bridget, Lindsay, Ezekiel, Cody, Gwen, and Trent. Even Duncan and Duncan, I think, as well. And obviously Owen and Izzy, duh, that's an obvious. I'm gonna say Harold and LaShawna do as well. Harold and LaShawna as well. I'm not gonna get Sierra because she has to be a smooch and stay with Cody. Courtney, Heather, Katie, Sadie, and Beth go on Team Alejandro, and I think Justin does as well, just because he hates Noah, which will bring up the fact in Ireland. And Tyler goes on Team Noah because, yeah, obviously. And Eva, DJ, yeah, Eva's the only one in Team Blaney because she doesn't like any of the other options. Maybe going on, because someone needs to go on Team Blaney, and I'm just going to say Eva because Blaney's still here. So that means episode 25 is the last one, and it ain't a voting thing, so they have to choose who wins. I'm just gonna say Noah gets the most because he literally, I think Trent literally gets up and does it. Courtney still does it, but I think she fails right at the end because she has to choose the tiger. Eva comes last. Sorry. Episode 25. I think Alejandro and Noah would be just mostly scrambling to fight, but I think they make it because of an explosion. Blaney, you're never winning, and you're not winning it. Sorry. Eva goes on Team Alejandro because Eva goes on Team Noah. So it is the helpers. So we have Noah's helpers and Alejandro's helpers. So let's bring him down here. Let's bring the help. Oh no, I pressed the merge cast. Okay. So now, who will be each of the people's helpers? I think Noah is gonna pick Owen as one of his helpers, but I think also maybe not. I think he would most likely choose Izzy over Owen, just because Owen needs a rest. Just because I don't think he can help with building stuff. So I think he chooses maybe DJ because he's more helpful, or even LaShawna could help, but I think DJ is the better option. And for Alejandro's helpers, I'm going to say Courtney and Justin. Now, Heather, I feel like I do with 3 helpers, so yeah, LaShawna, get up here, you can help. So, obviously, because she has the wheelbarrow, episode 26, yeah, Alejandro's eliminated in ending 1, so yeah. And ending 2, Noah loses, and Alejandro wins. But obviously the main ending is going to Noah, which means he's an all-star. So yeah, let me show you all-stars because Trent's made it further. So all-stars will have 9 contestants, which will have 5 girls and 4 boys. Noah being one of those boys, Alejandro being one of those boys, Trent being one of those boys, and Duncan being one of those boys. And Gwen, obviously, Lindsay, of course, Izzy, yeah. Actually, wait, 10 would make more sense, so Owen get in. I'm going to say Courtney, and I'm going to say Heather, of course. Sorry, Shorter, you missed your chance in All-Stars. I know you deserve it, but Sierra doesn't. And I think Izzy... Nah, I'm joking, the Shorter get in. Izzy's more of a fun character. And that means I have to bring in 10 like 5 from each other generation, which will mean it'll come after Parkertail Island. So if I put my cast in, Sean, Sky, Sugar, obviously, and they have to do 2 fan favorites from the season. Nah, it's actually Sean, Sky, Scarlet, Topher, and Sammy. And then from Gen 2, Sam... No, not Sam. Scott. I would say Lightning, because he won. Mike. Zoe. And I need to choose one more think. No, girl, sorry. And if I had to choose one more girl out of this cast, I would maybe choose Dawn, because of the factor that she's actually more likely to have a story instead of Joe. So yeah, Dawn's coming back, but Brick isn't. If I had to replace Lightning with anyone, I think I'll just choose Brick, because Lightning's annoying. So yeah, welcome back, Brick. You joined the cast because you deserved it more than Lightning. And yeah, Cameron isn't here and replaced by Dawn, I guess. Instead of the 7, I'm going from 5 from each. So yeah, let me just. Oh my god, is this gonna take forever? Oh my god. Come on. Okay. This is gonna take a while. Give me a sec. It's taking forever. Okay. There we go, finally. Okay. There we go. So, we got the hero hamsters. And Owen, Noah, Trent, not Duncan, Gwen, and I'm going to say Lindsay and Lashawna, and that means 4 have to fit in. So Dawn, I'm going to say Sammy, Topher, and Sean. So yeah, that's the hero hamsters, and then we have the villainous vultures. Sky, Scarlet, Heather, Courtney, Alejandro, Duncan, Scott, Brick, Mike, and Zoe. Nah, that makes no sense. I need to bring in one more contestant in, and if I had to choose anyone, maybe just Harold, because he has the... Actually, Ezekiel. Yeah, Ezekiel. So, I might just make 3 teams and put Anti-Hero as the, Anti-Hero Ants would have to be the name. Ezekiel was a hero. I feel like he deserves it. Topher, maybe. I'm gonna say Mike and Zoe. No offense, Mike, but it makes more sense. Lashawna, I'm gonna say Sky-ish. I'm gonna say... I might just say weird one, Noah. And I'm gonna put... This is a hard one, but maybe I'll put Duncan on the no, wait, that makes no sense. That's 20. 1, 2, 7, 6, 7, 14, that's 20. That means Justin has to come in. Brick, go on the hero campuses. Wait, that makes no sense now. I put one too many heroes. Brick, sorry. Welcome back there. So, if you want me to continue to All-Stars, this will most likely be my cast. Maybe I'll switch, Sean with Brick. But I need I need Parktail Island reps, so, yeah, maybe not. Because we have Sean and Sammy being the heroes, Topher and Scarlet being the anti-hero and villain. So, yeah, and then we have heroes like Trent and Gwen. I feel like, actually, wait. No, you had that random thing in, Island, so, yeah, that's why you're an anti-hero, sorry. And yeah, Courtney's actually an actual villain in this case. Maybe Sky gets switched with Duncan, because, not really a villain, but I feel like it makes more sense that we have, two run reps from Parktail Island on each team. So yeah, Mike and Zoe are anti-villain because Zoe had Commando Zoe, Mike has Mao, so it makes more sense. So yeah, if you want to see me talk about All Stars, comment down below, and I'll see you next time. So yeah, good. Wait, if you like this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!